Brought to Taiwan? Yes, I am. Finally, somebody actually knows how to know the difference. This is, in fact, my Taiwan. I'm just gonna do some grinding on it. By the way, I had no idea. For the past month, there's been a daily login thing that if you get to the end of it, you get a legend ticket. I had no idea. I had no fucking clue. And so I haven't been logging in very well. So, but I'm going to get it on this account as long as I remember. I don't know if I'm getting it on any others though, because for some reason it seems like I've logged in more on Taiwan than any of my English accounts, which makes no sense because I don't play the game on my Taiwan. I have not made progress since probably the last time I streamed it, but whatever. I still don't even have Baja Blast, by the way, so I'm still using Yukimura instead of Bahamut on my general. But how's everybody doing? How's everybody doing? These traditional Chinese, I can only read simplified, but I can still understand like 70% of the language. Taiwan doesn't have its own language? So like this is the shit that you would see in China as well. I figured Taiwan had their own language. They speak Mandarin? Oh, cool. I had no idea. You learn something new every day, folks. That's all, folks. Dude, Looney Tunes. I haven't watched that in a long time. Still good though. Goated. Better than whatever the fuck kids are growing up with nowadays. Bluey. Coco Melon or whatever. I guess people watch more YouTube now than they ever did. Also, why do I like not have anybody watching all of a sudden? It's like people came into the stream and then left immediately. I'm so lost. I don't expect a lot of people to really like this time more than the other time, which is probably why I'll probably do like, I don't know. To be fair, most of my weekends I can't stream in the afternoon anyways. So it's like, what do I do? You know, like if I say I'll stream in the afternoon, I'm gonna wind up having to change it every weekend because at some point I'll probably not be able to stream in the afternoon. But then if I say that I'll stream in the evening every weekend, then a lot of people can't watch my streams. And so like from now on, I might honestly just say I'm streaming during the weekend, get notified or something, because like I honestly could not be consistent if I wanted to. The only way for me to consistently stream during the weekends is to be like, hey, I'm gonna wake up at midnight so that I can stream. But except I can't do that because, well, first of all, I won't sleep. Second of all, sometimes I would still have to miss that because sometimes I stay the night at my sister's. So there would still be times when I wouldn't be able to stream at a set time. So it's like, you know, can't keep up with anything. Okay, you know what? I'm bored. People aren't watching the stream, but I'm fairly certain. Yeah, here we go. My Discord. Well, here's the thing, right? What's in the Discord stays in Discord. And so, or at least that's, you know, something. I don't know if they would be okay with me joining their VC while I'm live. I have no idea if they're okay with that. So I'm just not gonna do that. The new generation is so cooked. My mom's friend's son used 3 devices at a time. He has a long form YouTube video playing on the TV while playing a game on his iPad, using his mom's phone to watch shorts. That is criminal. I understand having like a background video on, but having a background video while also watching shorts, I don't know how you can focus on anything. Like playing a game and watching something at the same time, that I can make sense of. But the shorts part, I don't know about that one, Chief. I don't know about that one. And YouTube runs the world. You have to appear. If you don't appeal to kids on YouTube, then you're automatically at a disadvantage. Just because like kids are a majority of the consumers of YouTube, like a vast majority. That's why YouTube is so much more popular than Twitch. Because with Twitch, you have to be 13 and up, and you also have to make an account. In order to chat, at least. Which is like a big thing of joining live streams. He's 11, their attention span is cooked. Well, I mean, to be fair, we were all kids once, right? Like, we weren't born with the ability to, like, pay attention to one thing at a time and focus, right? We kind of learned that. So like that, like I think they will develop to be better about it, but they won't. They'll still be different, you know. It's like more so like what they grew up with rather than their attention span. TikTok made it to where it's not a generational thing whenever it comes to attention span. Everybody has low attention span. Hello, Cash. I love later chiller streams, but I hate that like nobody can actually join because a surprising amount of people that watch my streams are like from the Asia area, and so like, you know, it kind of sucks because I stream in the afternoon, nobody watches. I stream in the evening, nobody watches. And then I don't want to stream in the morning because who the fuck wants to wake up and then, you know, expose himself on the internet? So like, I can't win. And it's all because of fucking time zones. God damn it. I wish, can't people in Asia just, you know, be awake at midnight, you know? Can't they just be night owls? And have the same time as me, technically? You know? Make one universal time that where we all use the same time, you know? And just some people have a little bit darker at times. Canada's basically dark 24/7 anyways at some parts of the month. Or year, sorry. So what's the difference? You know? They don't change time zones whether you're north or south. I think also maybe because it's Sunday and people have work, school or work tomorrow. That's probably a part of it. Like, I don't judge people for not joining stream, right? Like, I stream on the weekends only. If I stream during the week, obviously I'm kidding. I don't actually want one universal time zone. I obviously don't want that. I'm just, you know, exaggerating, you know, overreacting, whatever, content. But like, I don't blame people. I just think that this is the reason why I can't like justify streaming for an extended period of time. If I had an average of 10 viewers, no matter when I streamed, or like whenever, even if I did stream at a set time, then I would probably be able to be like, okay, you know, I'll stream at this set time and I'll stream for 2 to 4 hours, you know, like closer to 3 or 4. But since I don't really get a lot of attention on Twitch or streams and stuff, it's hard for me to justify prioritizing streaming over actually spending my weekend as a weekend because I'm busy during the week. And so like, why not have an actual day off, an actual 2 days off rather than having to worry about streaming and making content. I can usually catch your streams though because I'm only 1 hour ahead. Yeah, like Americans can pretty easily, or not even just Americans, like people on the, are we technically on the west side of the map? Like I know there's not really a west or east side of the world because it's a sphere, but like we're technically on the west side because flat maps, you know, whatever. People on the west here in the Americas, North and South Americas, y'all can make my streams pretty well. But you know, Yuki instead of Baja in the Big 25. I don't have Baja Blast. I haven't done that stage yet just because I didn't feel like it. So I'm in the US, so it's kind of late, but not really late, so I'm able to pop up here. Yeah, it's weird how that works. Like, it's not like, here's the thing, right? The problem isn't that it's late in Asia, right? Which is where a lot of my viewers come from. The problem is that it's early. It's like 6 a.m. It's like 5 or 6 a.m. No, it's like around 6 to 7 a.m. for people around like Lucas's time zone, you know, like around Indonesia. So like the problem isn't that it's late. No. It's that it's early. If I could stream in like 3 hours, oh, I have no doubt people would like hop in for a morning stream or something. No, the problem is that it's early. If I wanted to stay up late for me and like start stream at like 8 p.m., 9 p.m. and stream until like 10 or 11 p.m., then that would probably do fine. Like, that would probably be like the equivalent of me doing an afternoon stream or like a morning stream. But nope. I don't want to do that. I value my sleep. If sleep wasn't a problem, I'd honestly do it. What version is this? It should be 14.5. I don't think 14.6 is global yet, unless it is. Hold up, let me check. I'm gonna check if it's global yet. I don't think it is. My internet has been fucking garbage today. And I mean that I want Battle Cats version. Oh, it's Taiwan. Sorry, you weren't here whenever I told Balake what it was. It's Taiwan. Am I dropping frames? Better not be.
Build a website.
Fucking ads. Oh my god. It's not even the ads that are the problem. It's my ad blocker that's the problem. YouTube, stop blocking my ad blocker. Fuck you, YouTube. Make me watch ads. Man.
Build a website you love.
I wish there was a thing where YouTube just like, if you're a YouTube partner, you don't get ads. That would be so nice. And it would make sense too, because YouTubers technically make YouTube money. The first stage was named Binging Squid. Interesting. Get premium? Are you a YouTube partner? Think so. I'm monetized. I'm pretty sure that means I'm a partner. Not verified, but I don't think being verified means you're a partner. I don't think those two are the same. Oh, by the way, let me fix something. Something's bothering me. Media source. Go over. Nope. 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 Stop. There we go. I think that's better. Use the YouTube money to get premium. YouTube barely pays me. Like, if I had a part-time minimum wage job, I would get paid more than I get paid from YouTube. You do get bitches? I see. I see. Wording of partner. By the way, Graham, I was tempted to join the VC earlier for today's stream because it would be a little bit of chaos. I don't plan on putting this on YouTube. I might do a reaction, but I think I'll just do that separately from the stream. Ah, shit, I haven't recorded today's video yet. And yet I'm streaming for an hour and a half. Today might be a late day today. for me. How do you know which stage is which? Do you just go into them blind? Yes. I do. I mean, that's how you do it anyways. Knowing the stage name doesn't matter for most people. It's more so what's in... Oh, God. Isn't this like... This isn't Bionic Seaweed, but it's terrible. I know that much. How do I do this stage? You're not going to be happy with Exfil's Ultra Talent and Ultra Form value and priority tier list? Oh, yeah, no, you're probably right. Because he values completely different things than me. So, you're definitely right. I just don't care. But Anubis at C tier? I mean, to be fair, I'm like the #1 Anubis glazer. I don't think other people like Anubis nearly as much as I do. So I don't blame him for that. Oh, rejoin the Discord server? I saw that. I was going to say something, but I don't want to be like, welcome back, because it's like, that'd probably not be a good idea. I have Hayabusa now. Crit's not reliant on... If you get cursed, you can still crit. So can Hayabusa just carry me in this stage? I'm curious. Last time I tried this, I did not have him. But I think this will be good. Queen! Wanna know what's funny? You haven't answered me on Discord yet. Even though I messaged you 6 hours ago. And then I see you in stream, so like, what's been going on, huh? I haven't been back on Discord? Damn, so you're on your phone right now? That's fair. That's fair. Wait, I have Kubaluka as well, but I don't have his true form. He thinks generalists are too oversaturated and he's not worth investing in if you already have good or decent generalists, which I think is a valid point. The thing with Anubis that not a lot of people realize is that Anubis is the best generalist whenever it comes to being good against other traits. And what I mean by that is that he's amazing against Aku, he's amazing against zombies, and he also has barrier breakers, so he's fine against aliens. So like he's not just a generalist. He, like, thanks to Zombie Killer, he's actually a very small niche of generalists. And the really good shield piercing adds more onto that. So he's not just a generalist, right? He's not a normal generalist. He's a generalist that, you know, is better in a lot of stages than other generalists will be, just because of that. MacBook, I'll get on it. Okay. I have to be defend to hear what? Since the Dark Eyes and NP commitment for him is very steep. Well, if you're talking about Ultra Forms and Ultra Talents, then that doesn't matter. That doesn't matter if you're talking about Ultra Forms and Ultra Talents, because everybody will have to have that. I feel like he's just a luxury for endgame players simply for convenience. What do you mean? Every Uber is for convenience. He's generalist with many roles, including Surge Immune, which is very valuable in endgame. For endgame, Anubis is very valuable, and I hate that your argument is that he is an endgame convenience, because first of all, Ubers are convenience, and second of all, why would you rank an Uber based on anything other than endgame? Like, why would you evaluate an Uber on something that isn't how the current game meta is? You know? That makes no sense. Convenience, as in he covers most aspects of the game. The only one he doesn't cover is metal. He works great against everything else. Cosmos is just better, though. Cosmo is not as good as you think he is. Because, simply put, I'm pretty sure Anubis has double the DPS. And so, most of the time, you're going to rather use Anubis. Because double the DPS while also still having good standing range. Does he miss sometimes? Sure. But he also has much more consistent attacks. He has much more consistent attacks, which, you know, lets him much more regularly deal with enemies. And then he also has immunities and good survivability. He doesn't, you know, instantly die as soon as something pushes him. Especially at level 60. He's actually quite bulky at level 60. What am I doing? This stage sucks. I don't want to play this stage, but I need to beat it to move on. What do I do for this stage, bro? What even is this loadout? This loadout, there's no way this loadout was for this stage. There's no way. Using Cosmo for generally is for pussies? No, that's just for people that want to waste their time. It's not necessary. I think the difference between Cosmo and Anubis is, do you want to think while playing the game, and do you have NP? Well, here's the thing. I know I have just a lot of NP for God knows why, but like, you're seriously gonna tell me, right? You're seriously gonna tell me NP's a huge problem? It's not. Just waste it. People have a problem with Anubis's NP cost whenever it's not even his NP cost that's the problem, it's their NP spending. They think that the only way for Anubis to be good is to spend 700 NP on him, which is not true. He can be really good even with just Surge Immune and attack up frequency. That's it. That's 300 NP. But somewhere between 300 and 400 NP, which is not that much. It's like comparable to Baja Blast. Cosmo was put on top due to the amount of uniqueness he has. He has high range, bro. You playing BCKR? Nah, this is Taiwan. Bro, that's a lot? What do you mean? What do you mean? That's like... You want to know what a lot... Want to know what a lot is? Betting all your NP on Balrog. Like, look at this, right? If you want to make Cat Machine good, for example, 100 is for his knockback immune alone. His movement speed would probably put that up to around 300. Considering the fact that that costs the same as Anubis going from being a decent generalist to an amazing one with Surge Immune, that is not that much. What are you using Rodeo for? I don't fucking know, bro. I'm still thinking. I'm still thinking. If I had Earl, this would be so easy. I don't know why I think this is a loadout for a different stage. This is not my loadout of choice for this stage, I don't believe. Why do I not have slime? Don't bring waves? Why? Because they just died to Loris? By the way, Dark Phono is better than Anubis as a generalist. That, like, I never argued that. UL has been killing me, man. Yeah, welcome to the club. What combo do I... Why do I have Mochi on here? I mean, I guess it makes sense. Oh, wait, everything's just gonna get cursed. So anti-metals doesn't help. I just need critters. I need brute force. Ah, I hate this stage. Talking about Cosmo? What do you mean? How long has he spent picking his lineup? Bro, I've been talking, okay? I've been talking. What do you expect from me, man? I've been too busy yapping. Dark Photo is better than Cosmo? Oh yeah. I mean, you know my thoughts on that. Hayabusa, instead of Ruri, sure. And this is my lineup. Yep, this sure is my lineup. What is the song? Am I about to get copyrighted from an ad? Can't call Cosmo bad. Well, nobody's calling him bad. Nobody's calling him bad. I'm still just defending Anubis. Just a couple more sub-chapters till I get Doran. I just want to be Urz so that I can do Cat Claw Dojo so that I can Ultra Form at the very least Kenshin. But probably also Baby Cats. Dazzly Cooks this a nice one. I love my totally real Dazzly on this account. If they give Barra good ultra talents, he will be the biggest NP Black Hole. He already is the biggest NP Black Hole because he requires all of his talents in order to be good, except for Wave Resist. So he's already the biggest NP Black Hole. I don't think you realize that. I don't think a lot of people realize that. Anubis costs more to be good than Anubis does. Or did I say that wrong? Barra costs more to be good than Anubis does. I don't think a lot of people realize that. That Cat Claw stage is absolutely horrific. Nah, it's fine. I got plenty of anti-relic Ubers to carry me. I do think Cosmo is number 3 best Uber behind Dark Phono and Dazzly. That's so boring. You have such a boring top 3. You know, at least be a little unique with your top 3 at least. That's so boring. I had Anubis in mine. What was... I don't even remember what my number 3 was, bro. Dazzly cursing the Super Metal Hippo? Yeah, I'm aware. I'm aware. I'm aware. Dazzly's good. That's just how it goes. It's not my top 3 favorites. I'm aware. It's just what I truly believe to be the strongest. I don't. Because he gets rushed down to hell and back. And so he relies too heavily on your meat shields. Evaluating an Uber based on the other units in your lineup is dog shit, by the way. Maybe that's a hot take, but basing an Uber based off of, you know, the other units in your lineup, that's a stupid way to rank. That is a terrible way to rank. Because by that logic, you can beat the entire game with non-Ubers, so therefore every Uber is the best, you know? Like, because they're all equally unnecessary. Like, that's such a stupid way to look at it. The reason you don't want to bring waves is because Loris will take a knockback and kill all your critters. Ah, good point. But now I have LD, which does the same thing. People that put Lasvos top 3s is Lasvos resetting to defend him, which is kind of insane. He's so expensive. People that justify triple meat shielding with research combo and stuff, those people have no idea the value in low costing things. Did Vigler get canceled out of his attack in like such a perfect way that it worked out? By the way, oh wait, why do I not have a crit up combo? Why do I not have a crit up combo? A crit up combo would be doing wonders right now. Has Cameraman gotten a single crit? Just use Rock, Courier, and Bubble for real? Not even that. Use Research Up M, Rock, Ramen, and Manic Eraser, and you know, Cosmo, Lasvos. They both don't die. Same logic with Phono, you know? Like, oh, just, you know, spend your entire top row plus like $1,000 per, you know, per reset meat shield. Yeah, no, no. If you have to, I miss the days when generalists were evaluated on ease of use as well. That was once a methodology, ease of use. You can just slap them in a lineup and they work. That's what a generalist used to mean. Now it just means, do they work? What the fuck are you doing streaming at this time? Are you not in the Discord? I'm aware it's a late stream, but notice how it is getting far more views than yesterday at a normal time. Okay, you aren't in the Discord? Yeah, I know that. Good point. Vigler's good. I don't think Can does much here. No, well, Housewife's kind of, I don't know. You're right. Crit up. Nope, that's not crit up. Crit up. Told you. It's 1 a.m. for you? Yeah, nice one. It's not near. That's not as late. Well, I guess that's not technically as. What? It's not as late as it is in some time zones. Do you know Japanese? No. This is also Chinese. Stop being racist. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Like, yeah, Phono, Dazzling, Cosmo have carried me the hardest. Kenshin and Catapult a bit behind. You have Phono, Dazzly, and Cosmo? Haven't you struggled on how hard the game is? I'm so lost on how you could ever, you know. Wow, I'm racing. Chat, I was kidding. I was not being serious. You are not racist. I was haha funny. Laugh. Either laugh or don't say anything. Don't take it as an insult. You would be terrible at stand-up comedy. I love it. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I love racism. Is that what McDonald's says? Is that the real slogan? By the way, I think it's funny how people gas up Hayabusa as a critter, even though he literally, like, I don't think he did anything in this stage, last game. No Monoko true form? What do you mean by lol? You act like I'm not literally going through my first playthrough of UL, and I'm not even beaten Urs yet. You act like you act like I actually played Infernal Tower on this account. Spoiler alert, I didn't. Pretty much have only struggled with bosses like Luza and Newton. Oh, so yeah, the stages that aren't as easily uber carried. I gotcha. By the way, I do want to say this is a prime example of a stage where you do not want research combo meat shields, at least not rock and like, you know, others, because like money is kind of important here, and you know, you don't have a lot of it. I don't even know why I still use can here, honestly. I have no idea why. Maybe I shouldn't be using Vigler. maybe he's a problem. He's getting my critters killed. Hey, Hayabusa, nice one. Thoughts on Vigler being top 3 in the Ultra Form / Ultra Talents ranking? I think that entire ranking is rigged. Because the fuck you mean you're ranking Ultra Forms and Ultra Talents equally? You do realize that Ultra Talents require a lot more investment, right? So it's unfair to be putting them in the same kind of ranking. That's just not fair. You have to just completely override the value of investment at that point. And at that point, that's just stupid. Nobody's gonna like that. That doesn't solve anything. So like, it's just not a good way of doing things, in my opinion. You should do them 2 separate tier lists, not all as one. Remember when people told me that Cameraman crit plus research or plus crit up combo is like, you know, it's like the best crit you get in the game or whatever? Remember that, because that's not entirely working right now. Thank you, Hayabusa, for being good. Still stuck on Newton? How are you stuck on Newton? Is that literally just like courier spam? Oh my god, there's another Super Metal Hippo. Fuck this stage. Oh my god, and then I can't do anything because of the Metal Doge. Oh my lord, bro. Maybe I should have brought Manic Lion. No Catasaurus? No, because Catasaurus damage is not very high. Not high enough to actually, you know, solve problems on this stage. Plus, it would just get juggled. The peons are hard. You poor thing. Metal Cat Courier. Oh yeah, Metal Cat. Newton is just ID plus Baja Chain. Well, for people that aren't losers, you can do a lot of other things as well. That one Lucas Metal vid is his only bad take. It's not a bad take. This stage is only hard because of the relics. If you do remember that video well, you would remember that he said that medals are easy because you can just use status. Or that's one of his points, is that just use status. They aren't only weak to crits, they can also just be status. And in this stage, they can't really be status because curse on the lures. So it's really not a bad take. This is the one hard metal stage, like in the entire game. Still time consuming as fuck. Just get better anti-metals. It's really not that hard. This stage just sucks ass. Like, it's annoying, sure, but it's not hard. Like, you can say it's annoying all you want. That doesn't make Lucas's video any more wrong, because it's not wrong at all. He just says that they're not hard. He never says anything about them not being annoying. Making a survey for every unit that targets every trait. I'm done with your surveys. I don't have true form ID? Why? Don't wait. In order to get true form ID, don't you just have to beat UL? Isn't that all you have to do? Why haven't you gotten it yet? I had to add critters to the anti-metal because there is no normal or special anti-metal. Yeah. Metal aren't hard, just use crit, not that deep. Well, just use status. That's the thing. Everybody just thinks that the only way to kill metals is to crit, so they don't use status. That's the whole... I'm pretty sure that's the entirety of what Lucas said in his metals aren't that hard video. Baja training is fun because it rewards good timing. Or high level thunder cannon. Smile. Same with Balrog. It's really not that skill based, just high level thunderbolt cannon. No, it needs the 3 yellow gems and 5 epic stones. Oh. Somebody doesn't log in every weekend. Or, you know, somebody just doesn't play Hunter's map. All you gotta do is use gold CPU. I used to hate Behemoth Stone grinding, but now, all you gotta do is just play the game a little bit to get Hunter's map, and then use cat CPU on it. It's really not that, it's not much. Alright, now I can actually, you know, do shit. Spent 30 minutes beating one stage. Forgot how expensive ID True Form is. It is very expensive. But if you're already at Newton, I feel like you've had plenty of time to get the True Form. Or get ID True Form. Have you seen X-Gold's new video? I've been told about it. I hate it, because putting Ultra Forms and Ultra Talents in the same ranking is stupid. Because one requires way more investment than the other. You don't get the continuation while using GCPU, no? Yeah, but you don't have to beat the stage then. If you want to beat the stage and get the gem, get the continuation stage, then go ahead, but it's not guaranteed. So I'd rather just save my time and just, like, I don't know, get the 1 or 2 every clear. It's a lot of time, man. I have plenty of CPUs and I have plenty of time to get true forms. I had ID True Form before Newton. I never did the continuation stages of Hunter's map because I frankly did not care. Hunter's map has continuation, yeah, but it's not guaranteed. So it's like, it's kind of like epic cat fruit seed grinding. It's kind of just stupid. I prioritize Doran True Form over it. Oh yeah, no. I'm pretty sure on my main I have all of those True Forms. Like, the last one I got was Dogumaru, but before that I got all of them, including Luza. So, like, it's not like I wasn't spending my Behemoth Stones. I was just getting them. Considering people play this game like fucking 24/7, it's amazing that they still complain about Behemoth Stone grinding. I've never gotten it before. Well, it's only on Hunter's Map 4. I have dual phono and ultraform catapult, so the stage and the continuation aren't hard. I mean, they're not hard. They're still time consuming though. Of all, like, were you the one saying that medals are still time consuming, or was that somebody else? No, that was Balake. But like, you know, yeah. They gotta bring the towers back, bro. It's been like 2 months, bro. Not even. I guess, but it's pretty helpful for knowing what to spend Dark Eyes on since they both use it. Don't people just like... Okay, there's double standards all over the place. Don't people just straight up like... Aren't people saying that Ultra Talents don't take... Like, the only investment in Ultra Talents is the NP? Don't people complain about only the NP, not the Dark Eyes? So I don't see the double standard there. Like, I don't see why there's a double standard there. It's either the Dark Eyes are more valuable than NP, or NP is more valuable than Dark Eyes. Why does it have to be complicated? Just use Dark Eyes on Papaluga to prepare for his cracked Ultra Form? Damn. Best advice? Are you asking for best advice, or are you telling me that there's best advice somewhere? Dark Eyes are way more valuable than Dark Eyes? Oh, did I say... I meant NP. But a lot of people invest their NP on non-Ubers, so they're broke on it. No. It's not spending it on non-Ubers that makes them broke. It's wasting it on including Ubers, talents that you don't need. That's what makes people broke. I can guarantee you the people that are broke on NP either spend it whenever they don't need to, or they get it on stat-based things that aren't the cat food specials. You do invest your NP on non-Ubers? That's the best thing to do with your NP. What do you mean? I'm not broke. Here's the thing. I'm not one of the people complaining about NP. I have plenty of NP spent on non-Ubers. I'm not broke on it. So I can tell you for a fact. It's not spending it on non-Ubers that makes you broke. It is a lot of other things. They should bring the towers back so I can get more rare tickets. I mean, there's a lot of things that can give you rare tickets, including the current time reward stages. Smile. By the way, I should probably bring Shadow Gav for this stage, because what percent is this Zarost? Because it's doing a lot of damage. This bitch is doing 18,000 damage per hit. That seems like a lot. Seems like kind of a lot, Chad. I keep getting fucking Ubers on the summer banner instead of men at grocer. Who the fuck is Gelato? Gelato? Jello? Bring Courier, bro, the pigs? No. The pigs aren't the problem. The pigs are not even close to being the problem. But I mean, I can also bring Tails. I'm gonna bring Tails and I'm gonna bring Rory. Everything other than fucking Courier. Fuck Courier. Am I right or am I right? Oh wait, I have Momotaro. Yeah, sure. Why not? Do I even... Oh wait, you're only level 25. No, I do not have your true form. Oh wait, Raiden can just bully them. You know what? It's been ages since I used Raiden. Come here. I'm gonna use you. I have a lot of cool Ubers on this account. Like, I have cooler Ubers on my Taiwan account than on my main account. Even though I have way less. I don't want to fuck Courier. I love phrasing. Are you excited for anniversary? Not really. But at the same time, free stuff is free stuff, so why not? Broke on NP because I spend on whatever is fun because I already have all the best units. Then, as long as you don't complain about being broke on NP, then I don't, you know, do what you want. That's the fun thing about NP, is that you can spend it on whatever you want and it's really not that bad of a deal. But if you start complaining about being broke on it, or complaining that an Uber requires NP to be good and that you're too broke to afford it, then you're the problem. Free stuff is the only reason I play Battlecast right now, or it's a grind. Well, I mean, technically everything in the game is free. That was just Luna, but worse. Dark Luna, maybe. Because of the weekend. Are you a Cosmo Glazer or not? I am a Cosmo down player. to hell. Like I do not glaze Cosmo. I think he's really good. I don't think he's that good. Like as good as other people think he is. Luna has more target traits, better CC, more damage, more HP, better immunities than Tails. Yeah, no, Luna's just straight up better. I'm using Tails for fun, not because he's good. W Raiden. Money's kind of a problem here, but W Raiden. I'm sorry, the Aros lives a hit from Shadow Gao without getting knocked back? Okay, buddy, I didn't know you were fucking Jesus himself. When this bitch die, I hate Arost. There we go. W. Haven't had NP because Kai Ultra Talents. You know those aren't required, right? Forgot to say, but I was gone for an item asylum match, but I'm back. The fuck is an item asylum match? I've almost filled storage with unused cats and never knew what to use the NP for, to be honest. Any suggestions? Whatever the fuck you want. Just don't start complaining about Ubers only being good with talents or whatever. I think the Fest Uber might be better than the Collab Uber. I don't know. What do you mean by the Fest Uber? I really like... Who the fuck is Kayo? Whatever. Roblox game, go with its new update? Ah, I gotcha. Cosmo turns his traits into a complete non-threat due to Baha training. Then wouldn't that be Bahamut turning his traits into a complete not-threat? Rather than Cosmo? I'd argue that Cosmo makes them not a non-threat even without Bahamut. You realize we already have a lot of damaging units without Baja Blast, right? We have Can-Can, we have Slime. His freeze already freezes the enemies for them. And then if you have a stacked like mid-range, then you also have that. I don't see why everybody has to mention Baja Blast when they mention that. It's an example of insane synergy. How about insane synergy these nuts, bro? Like, I don't care. You're evaluating how good one unit is based off of how good another one is. It's stupid. At that point, just say Bullet Train, you know? Bullet Train, Cosmo, equals, you know, free hit. Or like, you can, you know, play Slime and, you know, good synergy. You can say there's good synergies. Cosmo is not good because Bahamut is good. That's not how that works. Going to complain about Thief Cat only being good with talents. Thief Cat's not good at all. Also, thank you for the follow, Strong Boy. Sorry, I was a little distracted talking to chat. Also, nice lineup. I'm gonna change this. Hello. Sorry for ignoring you for a second. It's called yapping. Okay, hyper focusing on one thing. I'm gonna need a zombie killer, probably. You and UL? Nah. I'm stuck in 1-star SOL with some of the most goated Ubers in the game. Yes, this is UL. I like the concept of the Last Boss, big-ass nuke, but I don't mess with RNG. I like consistency. I also value consistency, which is why I say Anubis is better than Balrog, Last Boss, Cosmo, some other things. I saw you have a legendary. It's literally Gaia. She's not that great. Or at least I'm not using her much. She's good, but on your new account? On my new account? No, this is my Taiwan. This is not my new account. What crown? The fuck you mean what crown? This is 1-star. 1 crown. You think I would be doing UL live if it was not 1 crown? Also, I think if I was doing crowned UL, I would already have Ultra Form Kenshin by now. Basing how good he is because of his ability to raise another unit's potential. That's why synergy is important. Yeah, but as a generalist, no. As a generalist, no. As a specialist, sure, because that's his, you know, that's kind of his shtick. He's support. But at the same time, it's like, I mean, it's a long freeze, but it takes a while for it to happen. He is really good though. Why is Shohola still streaming Silksong, but he has the title as Battle Cats and he is on the starting screen? Yeah. People forget to change things sometimes. I'm gonna bring Garu. It's been a while since I used him. True, I guess. Nah, I'm just being a hater for fun. You're completely fine. I could have just told you I'm doing 1 crown UL, my first playthrough of UL, or not my first playthrough, my main playthrough on my second account's playthrough of UL. God, that was hard to say. Oh wait, I have Thunderjack. I could just bully the hell out of him. Cool. Live the Battle Cats. Let's speedrun Madoka collab since I have no time to edit video. What Madoka collab is there? Has he just not changed his title in months? That's funny. So what do I do? Use Nobunaga to prove he's not useless? I feel like this is kind of a bad stage for that, because he doesn't outstanding range Niandum. Who is in the stage, right? I'm not wrong about that? Yeah. Yeah, no, he's not great on this stage. Like, I never say that Nobunaga is good, I just say he's not useless. Having LD like that can at the very least be nice in early game. When any kind of pierce is nice, since it's kind of rare. Chalala or Chalala. Is that the hidden release of Nikaluga coming out next month? Is that the hidden fast variant of Nikaluga? Garu used? Yeah. Hey, my boy. What's your name? Axolotl? My boy. Is Jiangxi just gonna be up there for a while? I'm gonna send in another Jiangxi just to stall a little longer. Bro doesn't know brain rot? You act like that's a bad thing. I'm pretty sure that's a good thing, as far as I'm concerned. As far as I'm concerned, that's a pretty good thing. There's a new element Pixie? There is. What about it? Hey buddy, you want to not do that? And Thunderjack. Thunderjack? Do you mind? Okay, if only I had Cadaver Bear. I do not have Cadaver Bear. This is a problem. Yeah, maybe I should have just done this a normal way. Whenever I see this blue thing, I just think about that one Matt Shea meme. Man, I haven't been watching Matt Shea recently. I heard it does curse. Yeah, curse against Alien in Black. Great. Boring on stage? Not an easy one. Bro is so unintentionally funny. You act like I'm not on the internet because I think I'm funny. You know, the truly superior Undertale song. Or the superior version of this song. If only you let Jack solo. Nah, he dies to Axolotl. So that would not end well for me. Do I even have Pile Driver? Oh, I do, but at level 5. That'll work. Yeah. Do I even have... I don't even think I have Teacher Bearcat, dude. Oh, I don't have its true form, but I think I do have Teacher Bearcat. Let's see. Yeah, I do. I just don't have true form. Colossal Boy Jr. win. Let's not manifest that. No Paragon Cat. How did you obtain that again? How do you obtain that? Because I don't remember. Maybe bring Weed Whacker or Ectoweight? I'm gonna Uber carry the hell out of it. I have Poseidon, but I don't want to use them. Oh, wait. Hey, guys. Remember whenever I said that Subterra whatever is like mid? Or not mid, but like not amazing? Let's test it, you know? Let's test them. And let's not use Saki. For the love of God, let's not. I don't even need Vigler's combo, honestly. I think I'm just gonna use Vigler no combo. Oh wait, I might want to use Holy Blast. I'll use Holy Blast. Just fucking level 1. Okay, you know what? Why not? Paragon likes your real life money. What real life money? Anniversary for Paragon? Ah. However, I do think Battle Against the True Hero is the best Undyne song. I don't know their names. Subterra is definitely A tier. People will argue S tier. People will really argue S tier on that.
Red Bull gives you wings.
My birthday is the Battle Cats anniversary, which I'm very surprised. I mean, it's just fitting.
To protect the enamel for a lifetime.
That's what that is. I'm just gonna wait until this bitch gets to my base, and then I'll just send in Vigler. And Subterra. If I get the money, because Subterra is kind of expansive. Like, not really that expensive, but not cheap. People will gas up Subterra for, from what I can tell, no reason. They're really not that great. Like, they're good. Not the best against zombies. At least not anymore. Hey, Vigler. It's your time to shine, buddy boy. Wait, I kind of just don't want to send them out immediately. And bam, bam, and bam, and then knockback. Vigler missed. W. Can you die? That'd be lovely. Oh, that's not what I meant by can you die. I kind of meant could you get zombie kills. Can we raid Chola? I'm gonna be live for another hour. And it's even live on Twitch. I don't follow Chohola, so I don't know. Bro doesn't have Cadaver Bear in his lineup. I don't have it, period. Welcome to my second account. This is bad. Maybe? No, this is a W. Subterra! We love Subterra. Thank you for being slow as fuck. He's live on YouTube? That's not how raids work. Holy Uber carry? Yeah. I told you I was going to be Uber carrying. I don't have wave blocker, so everybody but Garu kind of just dies here. You know what? Garu solo. Yes, it is. No, it's not. Twitch cannot raid YouTube. I can link you guys his stream, and I can tell you, hey, go check out his stream. But that's not something I can do. Or that I can't just, like, that's not part of what raiding is. That's just essentially a shout out at that point. And why the fuck, like, no, I'm not raiding Chohola. 5 people is probably nothing to him. Well, I say 5 people. There's 3 times that in the stream, but that's besides the point. The fish woman that likes to try to kill you with spears. I know who the fuck Undyne is. I meant the name of the song, bruh. I don't know Battle Against a True Hero. Bruh, y'all must think I'm the stupidest person on earth. Mexican standoff fight? Yeah. Why did you unfollow and refollow? I know you unfollowed and refollowed because it set my follower goal again. Interconnected websites? YouTube and Twitch are not interconnected. Sorry to, you know, break your bubble. Oh. I don't think that was an unfollow and refollow. Thank you for the follow. He has the same amount of viewers as you on YouTube. Ah, he's fine without me. Chohola is one of those Battle Cats Titans that I haven't gotten the attention of, so I'm fine. I don't need to be known by everybody. I don't need to do it. Battle Against the True Hero is on the genocide route. I forgot you only did neutral. Ah. I still probably know the song though. I can still know the song without having done the fight. 13 plus 16 is 32 if you rate him. He's on YouTube. Like, sure, if he was on Twitch, I would rate him, and that would probably wind up happening for like 2 seconds. And then people would probably click out if they aren't interested. On YouTube, nobody would click the link. And so it'd be like, hey, Bright Division raid, with like 1 person saying it. You know I'll pass. Do you stream this late? Always now? This late and on weekends. Just because, I mean, it's better this way, clearly. Look at the viewer count. Clearly it's better this way. My mom's gonna be bringing me Mexican food, and I'll probably stall like an hour to eat it, just because I don't want to eat on stream. I guess I could do a reaction video when I get food, so I can just eat. But like at that point, what's the point of reacting without a face cam? Like that's the problem, right? Holy blast carry. I used it once, which I mean, it's the reason why I won technically. So used to pull 23 viewers. Did you see my stream yesterday? No, exactly, because it only got like 10 at most. 23 viewers was whenever I did Reddit. That was also whenever I did weekly streams during the summer break. So I think it makes a lot of sense to have less viewers whenever school's up and running for everybody, and whenever I'm not streaming during the week. I just want to say range wave blockers wave block hitbox seems to extend way past their actual character model. It's because okay, let me learn you something, Balake. So the way wave works, right, is it only has intervals of like 200. So each hitbox of the wave has a 200 wide hitbox, and so if the wave blocker unit is within the 200 range of the wave, it blocks that one and everything beyond. So that's why it'll seem like it'll extend without actually technically extending, because the wave won't just get cut in half, or the specific wave like level won't get cut in half. So like, let's say something has a level 5 wave, and the level 2 wave gets blocked. Only a level 1 wave would actually land, and the rest of the 4 would be blocked, right? Even if they're standing further back than technically the second wave would have been, just like in the midst of it, they would still block everything beyond it, or it and everything beyond. Also, yeah, fuck the stage. Do you understand what I'm saying, though? Like, does it make sense? Like, I know I'm kind of bad at wording things, but does it make sense? Versus facing the Mafia? Kinda? It's kind of hard to... Okay. So, range, right? So, Yami Noir. Yami Noir has like 350 range. The first level of a wave, I think, has like, doesn't it have like 400 range or something like that? I don't know, but let's just so that it's easier to understand, let's just say it has 200. Let's say level 1 has 200, level 2 has 400. Yami Noir stands at 350, right? So it'll still block the second level of the wave entirely, right? Because the second level of the wave would still hit him. So whatever level the wave hits the wave blocker, that's when the wave cuts off. And since wave level can't be 0.5 or whatever, it'll just cut off the entire wave, so it'll only look like a level 1 wave actually landed, because that is what only landed. I thought wave blockers block waves starting at their max standing range. What do you mean? Chat, I have food. You're gonna need to pull up a whiteboard for this shit? I can open MS Paint right now. I can open MS Paint right now. And I can even turn it into like a short or something. Nah, it would be kind of hard to frame it into a short. Hello, love. Don't do it. I don't need to do it. I'm just confused because some units are clearly in front of a wave blocker but not getting hit by it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So like Yami Noir, right? Oh my god, okay. I'm pulling Don't Be Pirate Software. Well, I'm not going to be Pirate Software because he is just a bitch. And by that I mean he's an egotistical piece of shit sometimes. Okay. Right, so I wish I could make this better so that, the thing was entirely on the right. Okay, so let's get out blue for Yami, right? Even though he's like black, but he's like mostly blue. So like, let's, these are his arms. This is his hitbox. And then this is 350. 350 standing range. And then this is going to be cat. This is going to be cat. Something. I can't draw for the life of me. And then I need to turn this up. There. This is cat. Like, let's say 250. Let's just say it's walking up to at 250. And then let's do light blue wave. And so the first level of the wave, let's say, hits up to 200. And then the second level of the wave, even though it could technically reach up to 350 because of Yami Noir, the wave block, since the wave hits up to 400, the second level, since it would hit up to 400, it would hit the wave block. It would hit the wave block, and it would block the entirety of the second wave. Therefore, this guy would be safe. Do you understand what I'm saying? Do you understand what I'm saying? It doesn't make sense now. I get it now? Okay, sick. Masterpiece? Yeah. I think I'm just not looking at wave correctly. Yeah, no, because wave doesn't actually work as a wave. It just has different hit points or hit boxes that, you know, change throughout time. It's kind of like a surge in the fact that it's not actually a constant thing. There are time intervals between the hits. It's not a constant thing. It just, you know, changes every couple of seconds. I personally prefer Luna over Yami, though. It was an example, Britt. Luna's obviously better. I think Kat is trying to sell me Fence. It probably was. Oh my god. See, I'm good at explaining things if you can see what I'm talking about. Never considered the levels? Well, I mean, that's just... Oh, I guess if you do think about it that way, as rather than it just being a... If you look at it as rather than being waves with different levels and think of it as just one big wave, I think that does make sense to see it the way you were seeing it, so I do understand that. Oh wait, I should probably... Nah, I'll keep Bigler instead of Garu. What you doing, Bray? I'm playing Battle Cats. Pretty self-explanatory. Having fun? That MS Paint was sure a lot of fun to make. I don't know if I should like make that into a short or like maybe into like a video somehow. But it wasn't like a long explanation, so I think a short would be perfect. I just need to remember to make it a short. Did somebody clip it by any chance? If somebody clipped it, that would have been amazing. Would have made my life a lot easier. Get help from Bill Dingus Blingus. Now that's something I've heard before, but I still don't know where it's from. I only have 11 subchapters of 2 and 3 star left. I'm hyped about that. Yeah, that is hype. How do you clip something? I don't fucking know. I'm not a Twitch watcher. You know what? I timestamped it on my phone, so I'll go back to it eventually. By the way, I do have my food. Like earlier I said, I have food. I'm just not eating it yet. I want to eat it, but I also want to stream. I still need to what am I trying to say? I kind of want to do a reaction. Oh, that's what I was going to say. I will eventually have a face cam, which will probably make my reaction videos better. I don't actually know though. Bray Division ASMR? Yeah. It wouldn't really be a mukbang because, well, mukbangs kind of require a face cam. I misclicked. Gotta step up my game. It's been a month and I only done 5 chapters of Crown UL. I don't think I've done a single bit of Crown UL since the last time I did it on stream. How long ago was that? Bray face reveal when? Whenever somebody gets 750,000 channel points, which will probably be never at this rate. So I should probably change it down to like a reasonable amount. But to be fair, I do have a set time of the year that I want to do it. Like I have a set time that I'm going to do a face reveal. As soon as you say mukbang, I get an ad about some tater tots. Damn. Can't be any better perfect timing. Words. Fuck ass stage. Just use a lot of meat shields. Like me, like, I mean, how? Surely there's not unlimited of everything, right? Surely that's not the case. You is good, but ads do be bad. Well, here's the thing. If I didn't play ads every 30 minutes, then there would be an ad every time you refreshed. There would be an ad every time you entered the stream. And there would be an ad anytime anybody else just entered the stream. And so I'm doing the minimum that I have to do in order for entry ads to not exist. So be thankful. What are you guys saying, bro? I've been told to quote cream my eggs. What? I'm so lost. By the way, are the ads over? Back? Okay, cool. So as I was saying, I am planning on doing face cam eventually next year on my birthday. Next year on my birthday, that's when I want to do a face cam. Which is why I have the point reveal so high. That is exactly why I have it so high, because I'm planning on. So when's your birthday? June 27th. So it'll be like, I was about to say 9 months, but it's closer to 10, isn't it? No, is it? What month is it? 9.5 months. I'm planning really far ahead, so maybe I should just, I don't know. Are you white? Yes. I've done an arm reveal before. I was wearing PJs at the time though, so you couldn't really see them. But I've done a hand reveal. Good luck, Bray. Why are you saying good luck? You're acting like I'm gonna die tomorrow. Doing better at school, which is fun. Oh, that's good. W. And a thumbs up reveal? Oh, yeah. You know, since the first level of the wave on the enemy's side has 467, the whole wave will always be blocked if the wave blocker has the enemy in their standing range. Yeah. Yes. However, standing range is kind of an iffy thing sometimes. So that's not something you could really rely on. Oh shit, Brawlos. I forget about Brawlos existing. Can you ban Strongboy? He keeps whispering the N-word to me. Send me a screenshot and we'll see. Send me a screenshot of it so that I can, you know, fact check. Because if he is, I will ban him. Because I do not support that kind of thing. You can also just block him. But like at the same time, like it's still messed up. So I would ban him if you send me a screenshot of it. Man, maybe I should use Courier, huh? Now Courier would just bully me with the Brawlos, I think. Yo, Slime one-shots the Brawlos in this stage? I figured they would be stronger. Huh. You're so vibey. It's fun. When was the last time you were in a stream? Because is this not what my streams are always like? Why is bro whispering the N-word to random people? Is he like actually doing that? Like 2 weeks ago? Damn, it has been kind of a while. 2 weeks really isn't that long, but yeah, that's been a little while. Sorry, no, you're good. Timing, time zones, you know, the way I stream, kind of inconsistent. School, fair enough. That's why I don't stream during the week anymore. So I do understand. Where do I send you the screenshot? Whisper it to me, maybe. I don't know. Can you whisper screenshots? I wonder if I'm Strong Boy's next target. I'm getting better at AP World History and Gifted Chem. That's cool. Hype? I don't think so. You know, I'll just take your word for it. Strong Boy's been weird anyways. I'm a ban. He hasn't defended himself, so I don't care. Don't worry, Chompers. Nothing to do with you. Just don't get whispered the N-word. If you get whispered the N-word by him, just block him. This age reminds me of that time you said Dazzly was a worse Brawlo counter than Slime. I believe it. Are you saying that are you saying that I'm wrong when I say that? Because Slime's more likely to one-shot and not just juggle the Brawlos. So I still believe Slime to be better. Especially since... Yeah, no. Like... Also, I got up to a 98 in my math class. That's good. I'm assuming you're high school, based off of that logic. High school's a rough time for people, man. Being a teenager is not fun sometimes. What level of Slime? Probably like 45, 50. Sophomore? I didn't need to know what grade, but yeah. I mean, Makes sense. Hella rough? Nah, junior year is worse. But yeah. Also got a girlfriend? That's great. That is great. More successful than me when I was in high school. And then last one. Last one as in dying, or last one as a what? Like, and what do you mean by one? Yeah, I'm dying. Huh? From what? Why are you dying? Cardiac arrest? Is that happening? In a week? That's unfortunate. Give us tips, bro, please. Don't worry, Chompers are in high school. I don't think you want high school relationship advice. Goated stage? Yeah, I love this stage. I might need a little bit of wave blocker, wave immunity maybe. Maybe that'd be nice. If Dazzly gets 2 hits, main hit and surge is more damage than the slime waves, yeah, okay. They still get knocked back, right? So like sure, right? I'm not saying Dazzly's a bad Brawlo counter. I'm just saying Slime's better. Listening, transparency, questions, genuine kindness. Yeah, no, that's how you get stuck in the friend zone. You get bad advice. Dazzly walls out. Yeah, Slime also just destroys. Why are we shit talking? Matt Shea moment. It's got me 2 girlfriend spray. Yeah, 2 high school ones. I have more experience. I'm sorry. My ex lasted with me for 4 months. And I can guarantee you, those 4 things, sure, they helped get the girlfriend, but keeping the girlfriend's the harder part. Why are you trying to pick up high schoolers? Because Magnificent Loaf is a high schooler. Keep up. We're not trying to pick up high schoolers. We aren't doing anything. Everyone in my life is telling me to lock in on school. I mean, yeah. Doing better in school would probably make you better, more successful, because it would allow for you to get into college, or like graduating college would just help you get a better job and stuff like that. I don't want to use Gaia. There's a quarry in here. I'm in college, then graduate. If you're going to college and paying for college, then don't flunk, because that's the last thing you want. You don't want to waste your money. APs are kind of annoying, to be honest. Then why are you in them? You choose to be in better classes. For 5.0 GPA, that's called a weighted GPA. That doesn't actually matter for the most part. Colleges will still just look at your normal GPA, not your weighted one. All my classes are free right now? Cool. Then you're doing fine. Why would people be telling you to lock in whenever you're fine? It matters for colleges, they look at both, yeah, but they more emphasize the normal GPA. They look at both, they consider base GPA. You're doing too much if you're wanting a 5.0 GPA, just saying. I'm not my best self though. I mean, just don't overwhelm yourself. High school is such an overwhelming time because high school actually takes up more of your time than college does. College is just like more studying and stuff, but high school actually like it's more time consuming to, you know, get everything done because you're at school for 8 hours a day. And then you're also expected to have a side job. And then a lot of people will also be expected to like take college classes and stuff, which is just adding on to the stress. Hate myself, but that's not for right now. Try not to. Huh, interesting. Because I have history of not giving a shit in class. Fair enough. Plus like 5 extracurriculars. Oh yeah. Like you can even be dragged into extracurricular without even wanting to. Haven't got a job yet, sorry. Well, you're sophomore. That's why I said that junior is way worse. Because junior year, you're still expected to do a bunch of classes while also being expected to have a side job or like a part-time job. And if you're not if it's not expected of you, then you're living in a good household. So like, you know. I picked way too many hard courses than I can handle. My mom is also nagging me about getting my license, so it's exhausting. Yeah. Because remember, you're also beginning to drive around the age of high school. So like, I literally only did APs that relate to what I want to do for a living. Yeah, no. You can want to do something and it'll still be hard, right? So it'll still add on to your stresses. Like me, streaming, recording videos and stuff. That's something I love doing, right? I have a lot of fun doing it. But I can only do it so much without it like becoming a problem, right? Like even though I have a good amount of free time, if I did any more streaming, any more recording, and honestly, even the whole Silksong thing on my second channel, that already is kind of like, it's intruding on my free time in a way that like, it's overwhelming me sometimes. So like, you need to, so like, even if you love something, you need to remember not to overwhelm yourself. Also got a 4 on an AP test and I'm pissed.
Starting at $13.99 and back for
I mean, tests are tests. Like, how good you do on a test does not mean anything about how smart you are. They have no relation. Some people just do bad at testing. Some people just are good at testing. I've had to be less active. Yeah, no, you don't want to overwhelm yourself with school. Like that's the last thing you want to do. Because then you'll get burnt out and you will start like failing. And I don't mean failing in grades, I mean you'll be failing to function. Because you'll be overwhelming yourself, you'll be overexerting yourself, you'll be exhausting everything. It's not going to be a fun time for you. Been stuck on 2 Crown UL for 4 months. Yeah. My main account has not beat 2 Crown UL. Just because that's so time consuming and I'm not doing that anytime soon. Did you really say, and you have to balance battle cats around your schedule? That's crazy. Doing slightly better though? Yeah, by the way, I did see that your parents don't expect more of you. Here's the thing. Did honors classes once, never doing that again? Yeah, fair enough. Honors classes, they don't even like benefit you much. By the way, what's your prediction, Tree? Are we playing Battlecast during lunch? Recently, they banned phones at school in some states of the U.S. So, I mean, I know that's a U.S. thing, not some other countries and stuff, but it's rough. My teacher was really expecting me to get a 5. Damn. Expectations can be a son of a bitch. That's why I don't care about what other people expect of me, and I don't care what I expect of me. I want to become better, sure, but I don't expect myself to become better. I'll try hard at it, but it's not something I expect, because then I'll have to live up to expectations, and if I fail those expectations, then I'll feel terrible. So that's why I just don't care about expectations. I don't care about them. If somebody expects me to do better, then too bad. You shouldn't have expected anything of me. I am my own guy, and I do my own thing. I've been able to do it right after last class because it lasts until 4. My parents expect a lot, but I already do a lot, so right now they keep telling me not to overwork myself because my mom has done the same mistakes as me. Maybe listen. Maybe listen to your parents. It is an AP Physics, and AP Physics tests are BS. Yeah, science is always a son of a bitch to test over, because it's not really science that you're testing over. Like, you can know anything you want about science. It's not helping you in those tests. And I guess physics is technically a math as well, in some ways, but eh. Apparently I put unrealistic expectations of perfection on myself, and it leads to harmful self-image and self-worth issues. What do you mean apparently? Seems pretty clear to me. I took all 3 university level science and functions. I want to explode. Yeah, no. maybe don't do that? Question mark? Math, my beloved. Math isn't that hard. People just get overwhelmed when they see a lot of things they don't recognize. All my science teachers are chill as fuck. Science teachers are always the best, bro. Like, they're always chill. Because, like, you know, kind of, like, if you're in a, let's say you're in a science class, right? And you start doing experiments with, like, combining chemicals. Can a teacher really afford to not be chill? This chat has encouraged me to go study. Damn. That's the last thing I ever thought my chat would have done. Is study. I need a better lineup for this. I went to a math competition and made it to state once. Oh, well, that's good. My parents and therapists tell me I do that, but I don't think I do enough expectations. Well, that's why some people that like do motivational speeches or like philosophy and stuff, that's why they focus on your own self-image rather than like focusing on what other people think of you. Because even though it can be like derived from, oh, you know, I need to live up to this person's expectations, the one person's expectations that you can control are your own. And so if you set high expectations of yourself, then you're going to feel bad for not meeting them. If you set low expectations and you meet them, you're going to feel good about yourself. So, you know, a wholesome Battlecast chat, this is rare. Yeah. Just inspired me. I'm going to go finish up my math homework with the Braves yap in the background. W. So it fixes my issues and my self-worth issues, because if I'm perfect in school, I'll actually be worth more than dirt. You know, that's where a logic takes a huge downfall. Where do you even get that? How you do in school means nothing about your character and how much you're worth. So like, I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing to say, since like by that logic you would always be worth nothing more than dirt. But I'm not saying you're worth dirt. I'm saying you're always worth more than dirt, and that, you know, how you do at school or whatever doesn't mean anything. Not a self-liking person? Well, learn to like yourself, because otherwise you'll never be happy. Literally all of my self-worth is tied to me being smarter than everyone else. That's called ego. There's a difference between you and Loaf. Yours is just called ego. My chem teacher told me that in chemistry, the only thing better than a fire is an explosion. Yeah, that's a W chemistry teacher. Do I have anything immune to freeze? Is Baby Cats immune to freeze? I actually don't know. Nope, but you are. And so are you. Are there any... Oh wait, Baby Cats is immune to freeze. Over Chronos, sure. Always assume I'm shitty, because I don't like things about myself fundamentally, and fear I'll only make things worse. Don't make assumptions. That's something I can say. Making assumptions is something you don't want to do. About yourself, about other people, you know, all that stuff. Assuming things can always lead badly, turn out badly. Trying to not be sad on stream, sorry. No, you're good. Some people need to talk. I don't want to bum people out. No, it's fine. Here's the thing. Something that you'd be surprised about is that a lot of people actually like being able to, like, vent with content creators and stuff. Like, they like being able to vent like this. And some other people out there have the same problems as you, and they appreciate listening to the fact that other people are in the same boat as them. So it's that kind of thing where if anybody listening to this has the same problem as you, you're probably doing them a favor, and, you know, providing them with essentially a therapy session where they don't have to actually be participating. They can just listen to the fact that other people are with them and the same problems. My chem teacher is so cool. She does a lot of labs instead of boring lessons. That's cool. I don't make assumptions or hate people easily unless it's me. Yeah, no. I was saying don't make assumptions at all, including about yourself. Hope no one else feels shitty about themselves. I hope not, but chances are, if there's one person out there, there's two people out there. And if there's two people out there, then there's more. So that's how I see it. No one deserves to hate themselves except me. No one deserves to hate themselves, period. Even serial killers can still, you know, like themselves. I know that's weird to say, but, like, believe it or not, they don't hate themselves. I can't and never can. Well, never say never. That's like one of those cheesy like Disney movie lines that I've heard before. But it's a good line. Never say never. My current science teacher sucks, but last year my science teacher was probably the best teacher in the school. Too bad she retired after I finished that grade. Yeah, sometimes you kind of miss those really cool teachers. It's unfortunate. By the way, another thing that I've said before to like friends and stuff, whenever they're like, oh, we can't win the, you know, all that, like that kind of negative mentality. Not with that attitude. You can't. Your attitude and mental headspace can actually affect the way you perform a lot. It's actually one of the biggest affecting things that, you know, if you manage to master having a good mindset, then you can do a lot more than you believe you used to believe you could. She's a substitute now? Oh, that's, dude, having a good, cool substitute is honestly better than having a cool teacher, because then you'll just like have cool classes and like you won't be punished for it. I literally had I remember having a sub, right? And they literally just like, we didn't do anything. Like they just got, they couldn't get through roll. Like they couldn't get through roll, and so we just did nothing all hour. My school has blessed me with science classes with friends for the past 2 years. Oh yeah, no, making friends in classes like that is huge. I have a lot of classes where I don't have great friends in them, and so I'm kind of like depressed during the, like not depressed, but like kind of just boring. Sorry, my mental state is like past tense, present tense, it's whatever. Giving mental health advice to a chat full of Battlecats players, 99% not mentally sane, is probably a good idea. I mean, I say, like, it's not really mental health talk. It's just me saying what I think on this kind of thing. I'm not always right. I'm probably wrong in a lot of ways, but like, hate about school if you get a bad teacher, kind of just cooked. Yeah, let's just say there's a lot of bad ones out there, definitely, because they don't even need a degree in anything related to teaching in order to become a teacher. I literally used to have a teacher that has doctor in their name, well, because they got their doctorate, and yet they're not the greatest teacher. Anybody can be teachers. I don't even know what their doctorate was for. Don't do small, do frown. It's more honest. Or like cry, whatever. Here's the thing, it's okay to cry, right? It's okay to be, it's okay to show emotion. You shouldn't hide it, because then it'll just, it's kind of like, what's a good comparison? Or what's a good analogy? I can't think of the analogy I could make, but I can think of one that's probably bad. Just think of it as like a trampoline, right? There's only so much weight you can put on it before it snaps and breaks and everything, you know, is destroyed or whatever. There's only so much weight that a trampoline can actually hold up. So, you know, if you keep putting that weight on the trampoline, it'll eventually break, and that's not something you want to happen. I don't feel too shitty right now. That's good. People like smiling, make jokes. I do that, but there's a difference between optimistic and hiding. I don't hide my emotions. I'm overly honest with my emotions, but I'm super optimistic, and my mental head game is really good, and so I can keep that smile and it be genuine. I can make jokes and it just be me being, you know, me trying to make people laugh, including myself, you know, because laughing is cool. I like laughing. I'm optimistic about everything except me. Well, then you're not optimistic. Saying, oh, you know, I hope another 9/11 doesn't happen. Or like, not hope. Oh, you know, another 9/11 will happen, but I'm not gonna wind up being worth more than dirt. That's not optimistic. Optimism is most of the time selfish. Good optimism is selfish, because you're being optimistic about yourself. You can say, oh, you're fine, but is that really you being optimistic, or is that just you reassuring somebody else? That's not the same. Optimism is most of the time selfish. I smile when friends do well. Well, why don't you smile when you do well? What about that? I'm hella shitty? No, you're not. The shittiest people can still be considered non-shitty. I always forget I have a +1 on this guy. I always forget. I'm gonna use Yukimura in this stage, just as a rusher. I do like baby cats here though, but I need zombie kill. Zombie kill is like necessary here. But I don't have a lot of good zombie killers. Shigong just gets frozen. Bigler gets frozen. Poseidon might actually be better than Yukimura here. I do adequately. Others do well. That's wrong, because there are people out there that do worse than you. There's a saying, there's always worse. But I tend to think that there's always better, and I always aim to be better. But I don't do it in like a self-deprecating way. I think greatly of myself. I just think, you know, I can always be a better person. I can always do better. That doesn't mean I'm a bad person. That just means I aim high. You're fucking kidding me, bro. Oh, what a lame stage. Having that as an enemy in here. Oh my god. If others deal with issues, I work to give them patience and kindness and help them. Yeah, but that's not your job. That's not, like, up to you. Them doing well has nothing to do with you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry if you think that helping others is something that, you know, is actually up to you, but it's really not. Whether or not you help others is up to them. You can't help somebody that doesn't want to be helped. And so, if your only goal in life is to help others, you'll wind up, you know, needing more help yourself than the other people will need your help for. I'm not going to be happy from just me ever. Well, as of right now, it doesn't really seem like you're happy with others either. Something I always wanted to do was learn how to be independent. Because if I learn how to be independent, then I can be happy with others, but I can also be happy by myself. And so having that ability to always be happy rather than only being happy when others are there, you can't always guarantee that others will be there. You can't always guarantee that. And so what you really want to do is you want to learn how to be happy both ways. With or without other people, you want to be able to be happy. Glad that my friends are doing okay. Glad and happy are not the same. I can say that much. I'm aware of my issues. If you weren't, then you wouldn't be able to become a better person. I have issues. That doesn't mean I'm sad about them. Everybody has their issues. Nobody's perfect. I just don't handle them well. Yeah, learn how to handle them. And I doubt I ever will. Well, that mindset is terrible. Just work on it. You know, you're not cursed with the inability to work on yourself. Like, I'm not saying you can automatically fix everything. I'm just saying maybe have a better mindset about it. I probably told you this before, but mindset's a huge fucking deal. Like a really big deal. I'm finally getting zombie kills. Thank God, bro. Ads, unfortunate. Cursed with inability of mattering. Yeah, that's not how that works. Sorry to harm you in your omega depressing mindset, but everybody matters. Even if it's in a good or bad way. You don't just not matter. You don't just lack matter. Especially since matter in of itself is just the definition, like the definition of matter is having mass. You have mass, therefore you matter, technically. So if you look at it from a science perspective, you still matter. Whether it's good or bad, you matter. It's just your job to affect how you matter. And honestly, you can have a better impact on the world if you are happy. Because what winds up happening whenever you're happy is you can spread that happiness to other people. Can't do that as well if you're not happy. So the best way to make other people happy is to be happy yourself. Because laughter is contagious. And so, zombie moment? Yeah, I fucking hate zombies, bro. They're not hard, they're just annoying as hell, and as of right now, I do not want to deal with them. Especially when they're paired with a fucking Henry, bro. I hate Henry. Henry's the only reason why the stage is difficult. Zombies are not difficult on their own. But me being happy would be called weird? No. You being happy would be called normal. Or maybe not normal. Happiness is kind of rare nowadays. But happiness is never weird. It's not weird to be happy. It's weird to refuse happiness. Which, that is what you were doing. And plus, everybody's weird, I'm weird. I'm not normal at all. Everybody's weird. There's nothing normal about me. I'm some random guy on the internet that got popular playing a fucking cat game. There's nothing normal about me. I'm probably the weirdest one here. The only difference is that I'm still happy while doing so. So I keep them happy while I'm not. Well, that's a sad life. And you know what I say about that life? That's not a life I would want to live. And that's not a life my family would want me to live either. That's also not a life my friends would want me to live. My true friends, my real friends, if they knew that they weren't making me happy, and that if they were negatively impacting me in my, mental health negatively, then you know what they would do? They would step out of my life. Because my life is my life, and they don't want to be the thing that stops me from living my life. Live your life. Don't care. You don't have to be selfless all the time. Being selfish is good sometimes. You need it. If I wasn't scared of being judged, I'd dress up as a fried chicken. Well, that's just called embarrassment. You can still be embarrassed. You can still have insecurities. You can still have problems. Doesn't make you bad. I would be embarrassed if I dressed up as KFC chicken. But if I did it on Halloween, it'd be funny. It'd be funny, and I could, it could be a little joke. I wish I could wear skirts. Well, that's kind of a whole different thing. If you have a penis and you want to wear skirts, then that's kind of... You'd be showing a little too much. Like, unless they're really... Like, I mean, I don't know. That's kind of one of those topics. Like, that is kind of different than what we were already talking about. Because that has to do with a little more complicated of a subject. Lamau, what? You'd still wear underwear? Well, that's not... You don't go around wearing underwear in public, do you? People seeing your underwear is still not normal. Just tuck it? That was so random, right? No, what do you mean? Listen, I'm still making jokes even in serious topics. This is why I'm not a good person to be around whenever it comes to serious topics, because I sometimes take them a little insincerely, and I'm a little insensitive about it. And so I have no doubt people have a problem with the way that I, speak and do things. Because I'm insensitive. I don't think before I speak. And I, frankly, don't care to. Because I just say whatever comes to mind, and, that's me being completely honest with everybody, including myself. I'd love to have more unserious and blunt friends like you. I mean, I appreciate it. Like, I like being able to say that I'm a little too honest sometimes. I like that about me. I like the person that I am, and so I'm staying the person that I am. I know some people can't handle that, but I like being around people like that. Oh yeah, no, me too. I think if you are not a person If you are not the kind of person that you would like to be around, then maybe, I mean, don't change, but like, take a step back, look at yourself, reflect, see if you're the kind of person that would be a good friend, and see if that would be how you want your friends to treat you. I have always been raised with the golden rule: treat others how you want to be treated. Which one way to look at that is be the friend that you want to have. And so, you know, I mean, I do that. What if my family hates me? That's a what if. Do they hate you? Probably not. I doubt it. Highly doubt. If they did, why does it matter? Surround yourself with friends that don't hate you. You know what I mean? And plus, they're stuck with you. If they haven't learned to like you by now, then that's their problem. I don't treat others how I want to be treated. I treat them well. You don't want to be treated well? Then, I mean, change something about that. Like I said, just changing your mindset's a big deal. Never change yourself just to make friends, because the right friends will appreciate you for who you are. Exactly. And plus, just on the opposite side of that, don't ask somebody to change, because if they want to change for you, they will. So like, that's more of like a relationship kind of thing. I'm too addicted to Ultra Kill, bro. Fair. Like, that's valid. I get too heated whenever I play games like that though, because I kind of have to like focus and try really hard and stuff. So I can't play them for extended periods of time. I don't treat me well. I don't think I deserve it. I don't. Yeah, mindset. Because I can guarantee you one thing. Treat yourself like a king. I know my older brother wouldn't like it. And I'm already disappointed to him. Why does he matter though? Why would your brother have any reason to affect who you are, right? If you're a disappointment to him, why does that matter? Why does you being disappointing to him matter to you? Because he's my older brother? Do you look up to him? So he's your inspiration. So if you look up to him, maybe learn how to be a little more like him. Because, and I don't want to disappoint him. Are you? Has he already said that you've disappointed him? Or are you just assuming that? Because at that point, you're doing what you said you weren't doing earlier, and you're assuming things about other people. You know? I kind of do, but I don't in some others. Yeah. My dad. Like, I don't want to be exactly like my dad, but I learned a lot from him. And I still look up to him in some ways. But I don't want to be exactly like him. I take the best of what I know, and I take all the best things. Just use a Pixie and Shadow Gal for this stage, to be honest. What do you think I was going to do? Well, I don't have any good Pixies. I don't have any Pixies, period, actually. Oh, wait, no, I do. I have Volta. Is Volta even in... Would Volta even do much here? Love my sisters, but I couldn't give two shits about what they think of me. Exactly. Honestly, I kind of want to use Tetsukachi here. I think I might use Tetsukachi, just for fun. I look up to him in some ways, but he's just very hateful in other ways. He's just ignorant. Well, if he's ignorant, then why do you, care about what he thinks about you? Because at that point, he's just ignoring what, If he's ignorant, that means he's ignoring some of the things that matter. So, like, why does you disappointing him matter if chances are you're disappointing him just because he's blind to see what, how non-disappointing you are. And, like, here's the thing. I get that family matters, right? But your family does not matter more than you. Like, everybody's different. Everybody has different families. I come from a very healthy family, very good family, very close family. But even if I wasn't from this kind of family, I believe that I would still not care about other people's opinions, including theirs. I hardly care about the good opinions. Like, they're my family, yes. We support each other, yes. But do I care about their thoughts of me? No. My sisters could tell me I'm the ugliest piece of shit of all Earth. They could tell me I would be the worst boyfriend of all time, and I would not care, because they don't know everything about me. I know myself better than they know me, and I refuse to take somebody else's word for about anything about me. Tetsugachi usage. He doesn't get trans stuff? Yeah. I mean, here's the okay. Now we're gonna get into this topic. I think that people that aren't straight and are the same gender that they were born as, I think that those people can seem way more ignorant than they are. And what I mean by that is that sometimes people like me are curious, but we don't know, and it feels weird to ask. So what happens is we wind up not ever learning anything about, that side of the world. And so that ends up with us seeming like assholes and ignorant pieces of shit, even though we're just lacking the information that is expected of us. Also, I should have put Shadow Go. And some of them, yes, are pieces of shit. Politics have a lot of people like that, where they just, those people are just straight up assholes, right? There are some people like that, but it's not, that just means even less about that person themselves, because that kind of person is just the kind of person to hate anybody for anything. They're not the kind to actually look at a person as a person. He kind of is hella shitty. Well, then don't care about what he thinks. You can let him be supportive, you can let him be a part of your life, but you can't let him affect the way you think of yourself. By the way, hardly cares about good opinions. That explains a lot. What do you mean by that? Bray hardly cares about good opinions. Are you saying that because I ignore and say, like, a lot of people have bad opinions or whatever in Battle Cats, even though I don't say that, really? Oh, wait, I didn't put Shadow Go. Maybe not look up to him? What? Bad people can still have, inspiring aspects, right? I know this is kind of a interesting comparison, but Hitler was charismatic. You can look up to him in the fact that he was charismatic, and you want to be a person that people can like, no matter whether you're good or bad, really. Hitler had that. So like there can be good aspects of a bad person. Thinks trans stuff is a mental illness? Well, to be fair, aren't you literally a subject of dysphoria or whatever it is, gender dysphoria, whatever it's called? So like technically it is for you a mental disorder, in which I understand where he's coming from, because in that case the person he knows best that is trans or whatever does have it with a mental disorder. Remember, not everybody actually has access to every little thing about this kind of thing. Not everybody has exposure to everything, right? So not everybody knows the truth behind it all, right? And so like you can't really assume that they do have that ability to know. I don't know, I'm afraid he wouldn't. Well, you're afraid of nothing then, because you're assuming. Again, you're assuming things. So earlier you were straight up lying to us whenever you said you don't assume things, because you clearly do. So, I'm not mad at you for it. I just want you to admit to yourself that you're assuming things whenever you shouldn't. The difference is some people try to fix it by making you not want to be trans anymore. Well, for you, it's a mental disorder. But, like, I know this is probably going to be kind of... And this is going to be bad to say for you. But I don't think people under the age of 18 should have that ability, because a lot of the times that just means that like they were way too affected by social media, and they're not old enough and developed enough to really know enough about that sort of thing in order to make the decision of going full on trans. You can identify as a different gender, like that, like identifying as different shit doesn't mean anything. You can always go back on that. But I don't think it's a good idea up until like it's like confirmed that you have a mental disorder, or I don't think it's a good idea. I'm not against it, but I don't think it's a good idea, because it'll like down the road it might be a mistake, or it might, you know, might be undone because, oh hey, I'm a mature adult that actually knows things, you know. A lot of life comes with experience, and that's just part of growing up and becoming an adult, is you learn a lot of things that you don't know beforehand. So he said he wouldn't ever call me my preferred gender or pronouns ever. Well, to be fair, how old were you when you came out to him? Because because like whenever you grow up with somebody, I didn't, then how do you know that he said that? Or then why did he say that, I guess I should say. But whenever you grow up with somebody, right? I asked what would happen if I came out. I gotcha. Then he probably knows. But if you grow up with somebody, right, and they're this person to you, and you know, you've been that kind of person your entire life, right? And then all of a sudden, hey, like if one of my sisters right now came up to me and was like, hey, I'm identifying as a man, I would not be able to go back. I would not be able to start calling them he. My sisters have always been a she to me, and so I would, you know, it would be hard for me to go back from that, you know. It's easy to assume in this case. Just look at what his brother thinks about trans people in their previous messages. Yeah, but you're assuming based off of other person's messages. We don't know the full story, so I'm not going to assume anything. And if I'm not going to assume anything, I'm not going to tell you to assume anything. Especially, like, whenever it's something as serious as this. He said he wouldn't try to either. And that's just because that's a part of the world he doesn't understand. Go up to your grandpa, you know? Go up to your grandpa and say, hey, I'm a man now. Your grandpa would be like, nah, you're not. You know, like I don't know if your grandpa's alive or not, but like, it's a difference? No, it's not, because they're just differently cultured. They grew up in a different way than you, and so they, you know, they live life differently than you. You can't separate ignorance and arrogance based off of their age, right? Grandparents are still that way, right? And like, even though they were raised in a different way, your brother could have been raised a different way too. Like, there's just a culture difference that doesn't necessarily depend on age, but more so just like their surroundings. It's the people that they're around instead of the age that they were raised. I'm not talking about age. Then what's the difference? There's a difference between ignorance and a lack of trying to learn. Your grandparents would be lacking the ability to learn. Like, I don't know your grandparents, but what I can say is that my grandparents would not be, you know. My grandparents actually are hella accepting. That's because they don't care. That's because they love you enough to be like, okay, sure. But they don't actually know, right? Like that, like your brother guys are just, you know, they're like that. Brother, like, I'm not trying to say that your brother's a good guy. I'm just trying to defend in this situation that it doesn't have to be bad. Right? What is the yap? The yap is somebody's brother not being accepting of them being trans. My dad's side grandparents work to learn and try their hardest to understand, but do you think they will understand? That's the thing. Grandma, I want to wear skirts. That's nice, honey. I respect them hella, and they're great grandparents for that. My grandparents would not be the same because my grandparents are from the South. And so my grandparents, I cannot say would be the same, but that doesn't mean they're shitty. That just means that they were raised differently. And they were around different kinds of people. They're a veteran and a nurse. So somebody that worked for the country and somebody that, you know, has literally their entire job is, you know, helping other people. My grandparents are South and they're farmers. We are farmers. Bum 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 bum, you know. My grandparents are farmers, and so I think that they're Southern farmers. I think that says quite a lot about them. And so I know for a fact that if I was like, hey guys, I'm gay, or like, hey, I'm a woman now, I don't think they would understand. They would probably try to, or something. My grandpa probably not, but my grandmother probably. My brother's gay, my dad don't like him. Yeah. Like, I'm not saying it's always good, right? I'm not saying it's always good. I'm not saying it's always, you know, anything. I'm saying there's a way you can look at things to make it look less bad, right? Like, you don't have to look at something in order to make it look and make it look bad. I'm saying that there is the possibility of it, you know, being, you know, innocent. You can look at it in a way that isn't so negative, which will help your mindset. Whether they are good or not, that doesn't really matter. It's more about how it affects you and your mindset. I'm optimistic. What do you expect from me? One of my sisters is lesbian and my mom low-key chill with it. She's married to a woman. She's very lucky in that sense. Yeah. Having supportive parents and that kind of thing, that's lucky. But that doesn't make the parents that aren't supportive of it worse. Like, that doesn't make them bad, right? Like, they're still caring parents, probably. God, Ken has not gone a single slow. Oh boy. My girlfriend is bi. She like women and men. Cool. Good for her. W. Bro has to watch out for two genders. I'm afraid though. Being afraid, here's the thing. Being scared is normal. Being afraid is fine. It's your actions that matter. Ken is low-key carrying with these non-existent slows. I don't know why alien target on her. It's like a 40% slow for like multiple seconds. It's actually a really good slow. You just have to get lucky a little bit. To exist as something people don't like, I'm afraid of that. Well, some people don't like straights. Some people don't like white people. Some people don't like brunettes. Some people don't like men overall. Some people don't like humans at all. Some people hate humanity. Does that mean we should all not exist? No, not at all. We all still exist. We all deal with haters. I have haters, especially on Reddit and apparently in other Discord servers, but that's allegation. Just because people don't like you doesn't mean you should actually care. I'm not gonna allow that message. Sure. Probably, and it's better for you that way. Where is Courier Berry? Fuck Courier. Ken is kind of like Dahlia-san? What do you mean? The entire presidential campaign doesn't like me? So what? They may run the country, but they don't run you. Like half of America doesn't like trans people? Cool. And then the other half does. Glass half empty, glass half full, you know? This is why I always say, this is why I keep saying and, you know, emphasizing mindset. Mindset is the biggest deal here. These Ken slows are really doing their work, aren't they? Both can be really good CCs, but excel in generalist value. Yeah, that's true. I would say that about Ken and Dahlia-san both. Okay, let's add Courier. I think Courier will be all it takes. Oh hey, I went right to Courier. Neat. Let's get rid of baby. Baby. They don't like gays because it goes against God or something. Nah, that's only Christians. Most of America, or most of the people that don't like them just don't like them because they're weird and different. People don't like change. To be fair, I honestly came here to stream first to argue when you said something that pissed me off, but then I realized you're legit hella nice, so I decided against it. What are you even talking about? Like, you were going to argue with me? What did I say that pissed you off? Bro gave in. First time I came to your stream? I know, I understand that, but like, because you've been coming around for a while. But like, what was the first thing that you were going to argue with? I'm curious. Because people do get pissed off at what I say. People you could say I am pretty what's the word? I guess a fitting word right now would be political. I'm pretty political in the Battle Cats area. I disagreed with you saying Bar was bad. I never said he was bad. I just said he was overrated. I think a lot of people change. Like, I think a lot of people hear what I say and they change it to better fit their disagreement. Just because, you know, they're blinded by bias. Divisive? Sure. But political also fits. I'm Christian and bisexual and no one hates gay people. They just don't know why they choose that life. No Christian. Well, nah, there are Christians that don't like gay people because it depends on how Christian you are, or it probably more so depends on like what kind of Christian you are. There are different kinds of Christian. Bit annoyed that you bashed Kubalan True Form. Okay, I had somebody else that said this. Kubalan True Form is really good, right, against metals and clearing metals. However, it technically does give him less usage. It still technically gives him less usage, but probably better usage. But he's still usable less whenever he's only for metals than whenever he can knock back anything with a trait with a wave. You know? King all traits is way less unique. Yeah, but it's knockback with good range and good wave, which allows for you to knock back. It's basically like Cat God, right? Like, it's not bad, but it's more usage than crit because metals hardly ever actually have an impact on the stage. So like, even though it's less unique, it's still more usable. I think she was like my faith over on my main. Oh, normal Kenshin? Oh, the Easter one. Easter Kenshin seems to be pretty good. I wish I had Kenshin Ultra Form, bro. I need to beat Urz. Beating Urz would be fucking huge. KB wave randomly ain't really useful? What do you mean? That's literally the normal cat cannon. That's literally the whole point in the original cat cannon. What do you mean? A crit wave is though? Rarely. Because remember, the crit wave would only do anything against metal doges. I don't even know if it does a lot of damage to Metal Warhorn. And it would just cause a knockback in Super Metal Hippo, which isn't good. Normal cat cannon ain't really useful. Yeah, but it can still push things back, right? Like, if you, like, Cat God, that's the same thing. Kubalan's main usage is, like, it's like, why are you, okay. So, you're mad at me for bashing Kubalan True Form. Meanwhile, you are bashing Kubalan Evolved Form. What is happening? Like, I'm not bashing Kubalan True Form. I'm glazing his Evolved Form. There's a very clear difference. I don't think I ever talked shit about his True Form in that one video. I think I literally, all I did was say that it gives him less usage. I never said it gave him worse usage. All I said was that it gave him less usage, technically. I don't think it's bad, but I think it's nowhere near as good as True Form. Nah, I still think, I mean, I understand that way of thinking because crit wave is much more unique, but it's really not that necessary, especially with his mid as fuck damage. So it's not like it's like a good crit wave. It's just literally there for metal doge clearing, which it's not that necessary. Phenomenal clear of those. Yeah, but I think you just value clearing metal doges too much because they're really not that big of a threat. They're really not. The Vampire Yukimura probably better than the original. I mean, no, because normal Yukimura has strengthen, which I think is good enough to argue that he's better. It only gives him more usage since you can switch forms. That's not how that works. Sorry to break the news to you, but that's kind of that's not how that works. You can one-shot 3 metal. It can one-shot 3-star metal doges at level 30. Cool. I'm pretty sure Hurricane can do the same, and much more consistently because Kubaluga has way too long of a attack frequency. I don't see your point. I know there's ads. I'll restate everything whenever it's back. So I guess just let me know when you're back. Do I even have any Ubers that are good for this stage? I guess I have Chronos. Oh, Dolly-san. Cool. And I'll do Garu. I'm back? Okay. So first of all, Cat Tornado does just fine against Metal Doges. And if it's a singular Metal Doge, then you can just use 100 mil Cat, and both of which would give you more consistent value than Kubalan would, because his attack frequency is kind of rough. I mean, I guess 100 mil Cat is also very inconsistent, but mainly Cat Tornado. Cat Tornado would be way more consistent than Kubaluga. By the way, Callie, whenever you said that it gives him more usage, that's not how true forms work. You can't just say, oh, you know, the true form completely changes his entire shtick, so it gives him more usage. That's not how that works. Because, like, it's still a true form he can't do both at the same time. So you're effectively removing his usage in order to, and it's costing you to do that. That's why it's in the bad true forms thing, because it doesn't help, and it technically takes him a step back, in my opinion. It can one-shot a shit ton of 3-star Metal Doges. Well, yeah, but that's like assuming that they're in the wave, especially when Cat Tornado wouldn't work. When would Cat Tornado not work? Because I might remember that one stream Breden. What? No, I'm confused. Can't wait for the guarantee tomorrow for Almighty. Oh yeah, I'll be doing that on my new account. You instead of you. Well, no, you. That one stage with the Metal Doges and Mr. Puffingtons. Does Cat Tornado not work there? Twas a lifesaver there. Yeah, but Kubaluga was probably knocking back Mr. Puffington, causing a knockback without skipping any. So, like, that seems like a double-edged sword there. Am I wrong? Kinda want Hades, he's like, he is cool. It does not. Manic Mohawk knocks back Puffington. So I highly doubt Kubaluga doesn't. I got Hades, he sucks? No, he doesn't. Hades rocks in you know, the fact that he's a tank. Anubis is not cute. You are a furry if you think Anubis is cute. He gets rid of the Metal Doges so you can easily nuke them with IDs. You say IDs plural. And I mean, I guess that's true, but are those the only two enemies in the stage? Also, that's one singular fucking stage. Like I said, Metal Doges are, like, it's not, you know, helps on pure metal stages, and how many of those are there? 2? Like, it's not more useful. That's my argument. It's better, right? Like, it's better usage, but it's not more usage. That's my argument with Kubaluga True Form. It's not better usage, but it's more usage. I was saying Cat Tornado doesn't work, not that I didn't knock back the Puffingtons. Oh, okay. I thought okay, I see. My bad. Why is your Cyberpunk so expensive? Because I don't waste. What do you mean by so expensive? If you waste like 150 NP on cost down on Cyberpunk, you are wasting your NP. That is not that much of a value. And pretty much every stage with annoying Metal Doges and mixed stages. Yeah, but you're using a slot for them. You're better off using the argument that Kubaluga has the combos, which he also has without that. Because, like, he really doesn't, like, Metal Doges aren't a threat. I'm sorry, but they really aren't that much of a threat. Spamming meat shields is typically good enough to deal with them. Like, I just can't see it as more usage, especially since the other one literally knocks back anything other than metal. That's it. And honestly, at that point, I would argue his evolved form is better than his true form in stages with Metal Doges, because then he doesn't knock back the Metal Doges, and he can use them as a stepping stone to knock back the rest of the stage. So They're hella crazy and starred. I hate evaluating things as starred. I don't like that because that's not the basis of the game. But I mean, I get it. I prefer the true form hella. I understand. I'm understanding where you're coming from. I'm just arguing, right? Like, I'm not saying I believe this, believe that. I'm just saying there is this argument, or there is this to consider in the argument. I don't necessarily have to believe it or not. Whether Catasaurus would work? What do you mean? Two of that are Catasaurus? What do you mean? Cat Typhoon would work fine. Why are you saying it's only Catasaurus or Koopaluka? Cat Tornado works fine. If something is good in Stardew Valley, it's usually considered good. Well, that's stupid. Because it can be good in normal UL and still be good too. I'm confused by your logic. Oh no, my Maneki Racer is less good in Star UL 2 and 3 than it is in 1. That means it's garbage. It doesn't work in Starred. Oh no. It doesn't work in like half of the fucking game. Or less than half of it. Like 10% of the game. Oh no, whatever will I do? The one part of the game that's actually harder than the latest part of the game. Oh no. Oh no. My Maneki Racer kind of gets destroyed by things that it's meant to get destroyed by, but it's in 3-star, so it's terrible. Oh no. 3-star UL is like not even 10% of the game. Hell, it's barely 5%, maybe. Oh no, whatever will I do? This unit sucks. That's bad logic. Talking about Uber-wise? Yeah, no, that's bad logic. Having standards only for Ubers is stupid. I got brainwashed legs on all your accounts? I don't know, I'm just lucky. Also, this stage sucks. I wasn't saying it sucks if it doesn't work in Starred. Yeah, but you're saying it's better if it does. So double standards suck. Ass. I don't like double standards. You got Survival and Cyberpunk, that's an even bigger scam because they're already in his blind spot by then? No. First of all, it can help survive. So like if you're like stacking Cyberpunk at your base, then it can get knocked back and it'll stay alive. And so you can continue stacking. And then there's also the factor that just he gets knocked back and then you push back. And so they're no longer in the blind spot. I think you're stupid. Like with how many bad takes you have, I think you might like genuinely be mentally stupid. Sometimes. Sorry. I need to specify. And also, joke, maybe? Question mark? Yeah, Loaf, double standards. I don't think you're listening to me. Double standards suck. I don't like double standards. When the stuff that works in 1-star doesn't work as well, then it's good to have replacements. Yeah. I haven't finished 2 or 3 Crown UL, which means it's not necessary to make progress in the game. I actually do have autism. Okay. You are stupid because you're comparing being stupid and being autistic. No. Being autistic does not make you stupid. That's not... What? Now I'm just confused. Autistic people are great. They are not stupid. I don't know what your logic is. My autism isn't why I'm stupid. I'm just stupid. Yeah, that's fair. I'm just lost. I'm just confused. Having autism makes some tasks hard though. You're the one who said it. You basically implied that it makes you stupid though. So like, I understand that it makes tasks hard. I was calling you stupid. I wasn't calling you autistic. All people who aren't just psychopaths are great. Psychopaths can be great. Have you ever seen a woman? The fuck does a breast mean? Whenever I hear breast, I think of chicken breast. Am I really a straight man that just said that? Yes, I am. You should add Dexter music. Nah, I'll pass. I'm good. I'm good without Dexter. Chicken ain't woman. I know, but I think of food rather than. Oh, do you not get the joke? Dexter, I hardly know her. Now, you ever worn a wife beater? Beater, I hardly know her. That's a that one makes sense. Do you think I could actually post this on YouTube without backlash? I have no idea. I'll probably post it on YouTube in addition to something else, though. Like, I'll probably record something short today, right after stream. You gotta clarify it's a t-shirt, dog? Oh, do people not know what a wife beater is? No, how would I wear a wife beater? Brother. I clearly meant the t-shirt. Or not even t-shirt, it's a no sleeve, isn't it? Most people don't know that's the name of a t-shirt. Yeah, but how do you wear a wife beater then? Your thumbnails need to chill a little? Oh, why? Because I included you as my last thumbnail? This is a bot. Everything you post gets backlash? Does it? I didn't know that. You've just awakened me to a completely new side of the world. The fact that people will hate on everything I do. I feel like that's not technically true. I do have YouTube videos with 100% like to dislike ratio. So like, I vibe with you though. Not a lot of people do. But it's fine. The good people. The good people vibe with me. You're fun too. Bro. Yeah, you're fun. Like that last argument we had, that was fun. You are a vibe because you keep it real. Yeah. Disliking every video to have to make that claim false. Damn. As far as I'm concerned, having good taste as a consumer of media makes you a good person on the internet. I don't know what you do in your day-to-day life, but you're better than other people. I literally banned somebody today because they were whispering other people the N-word. I'd say you're better than them at the very least.
The long, thin tube in the middle.
But hey, it's the new Google
At the
Pixel
very
10 Pro.
least. And
Plus,
there's,
Google
you know,
Pixel Pro for 6 months.
that's just basic clarity though. Hey, sometimes being neutral and being bad aren't the
Your
same.
home sweet home just got even sweeter because Hobby Lobby has hundreds of exclusive decor items.
No one's a
for
perfect
every
human.
room in your
True.
house. Ready to refresh or
I'm
redecorate?
just not even close.
Shop in store or online at hobbylobby.com.
Ah, shit. I don't have any of my anti-relics right now. This is gonna be an easy stage once I actually adjust my lineup. Did that slime... I don't know how that slime wave missed, bro. Work on schoolwork, I do a school drama, I do battle cats, I cry and I sleep. Yeah. That makes sense. That's a fair enough schedule. Not in that specific order. Yeah, for me, it would be sleep, schoolwork, drama, 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 schoolwork, drama, schoolwork, sleep. I don't cry. I don't have a reason to cry though. Never do homework, it's a waste of time. Tell that to your college professors. Is this your new account or your second account? Because it seems too far to be your new. Yeah, it's my second account. It's my Taiwan. Notice how everything's in Taiwan rather than English. Kind of a pretty obvious detail, but some people miss it. And it's not just you, don't worry. What's Taiwan? It's a country in Asia. Somewhere near China, because they speak Chinese. So I guess this is Chinese then, not Taiwan. Your new account is in English? What? You thought I just wanted to play the game in Chinese? Oh wait, that's like the cool China? I don't know, bro. Never paid attention? Fair enough. I just remembered it's not the evil China. It's the not evil China. Yeah. That's one way to put it. If only I had Kenshin Ultra Form, bro. If I had Kenshin Ultra Form, she would be so good. Pre-True Form, she's not amazing. She's good, but not as good, you know. Ruri and Vigler. Honestly, I'm just gonna keep the rest of this. Kenshin Ultra Form is pretty damn good. Yes, sir. My professor is chill and gives me like 10 minutes homework I can do in class. Damn. I wish college was that easy. Taking plumbing courses, so it is. So, wait, wouldn't trade be harder though? Wouldn't a trade class in college be harder? Like, I don't do trade, but so I don't know. But I feel like physical labor, since it's a trade thing, would be harder. Huh? Vigler, I hardly know her. Yeah, what the hell does Vigil mean? Deal is deaf, hotter than Kai. Why isn't she talked about as much as Kai? Because she's a fucking furry, bro. You want to know somebody that isn't talked about like at all though? Ruri. You know, a long time ago, Matt Shea actually said Ruri was like the one he really wanted from them. I think it was Ruri. Oh, Vigil. I don't know what the fuck Vigil means, Brit. It doesn't matter if she's a furry. Well, I mean, look at this though. Mermaid is, you know, more attractive to me than a furry. You know what I mean? By the way, notice how single targeting still targeted the Puffington or the Puffsley with the Weekend. People overreact whenever they see that Ruri has a fucking single targeting. They overreact way too much, bruh. It's not that big of a deal. She still usually hits the main thing with her last hit. Did Ruri die to the fucking chicken? God, I hate this. I don't know how Vigler missed. I have actually no clue how he managed. Oh my lord, bro. The chickens in the stage are definitely the hard part. Cause the fuck you mean everybody's missing everything? Oh my lord. It's the peons. The peons are the biggest problem. Fuck the peons. Fuck the police. Okay, what a stage. They all, especially the men. Why are you? I'm not attracted to men, so I can't agree. Physical labor is much easier. My brain gets tired fast trying to think. I'm a better thinker. I didn't realize the chickens were going to be overpowered. They're probably like 200% or something. Are you fucking kidding me? 1%, huh? 1%, huh? Wow. It's, yeah, lovely. Truly lovely. It's 9 o'clock and I still haven't eaten my supper, by the way. I'm working overtime right now. Baby, get out of here. It happened to me a little ago? Yeah, it happened to me just now. Sorry, dog. No, you're good. Why am I saying you're good? You didn't do anything. Mommy? I'll drop Vigler. Or Yukimura, not Vigler. Am I on something? Yeah, this is good. This lineup will work. I have trust. I have faith. Mommy? Yeah, her name's Mommy. Mammy, whatever. M-A-M-I. Mammy. Mammy. You on a chair? What do you mean? I sit in a chair, yes. I don't know. What's your point? I'm so lost. Excuse me. I wish I had Deal. No, you don't. She's not that great. Watched that anime and already forgot that's her name. Oh, Madoka? I've never seen Magica Madoka. I only know it. Or is it Madoka or is it Mercstoria? It's Madoka, right? No, she's not that good. I want her for collection. Well, then you would want like every Uber in the game. So like, I don't know. She's hella good. Yes, true. Sorry, I'm clearly getting less energetic. I still need to record a video after this, bro. Maybe I just won't record a video tonight. Maybe I'll just post this as tomorrow's video. I've been kind of lazy with videos recently. I think I've been overworking myself. Because I didn't even do a video for the second channel yet. Like I haven't done the I haven't worked on another Silk Song video. I want the anime Kenshin guy. He does massive damage to trailers. Oh, I have him. I don't know if it's on this account or on another one, but take care of yourself. I am. I'm like that's why I'm thinking I probably won't record any videos today. Probably just eat and go to sleep. Love yourself? I already do, bro. You can overwork yourself while also loving yourself. Those two things do not relate to each other. I'm just passionate about my work, so I was trying to get some good work done. It's too late for a vid? Yeah, probably. It would wind up being bad anyways, since I have no energy right now. Please, for the love of God, Vigler, get a hit in. He's missing. He just pull a gun out of her tits? Yeah. All your vids are good regardless? I mean, yeah, but it wouldn't be as good. Plus, like, I'm just tired. I'm too tired to record anything right now. I feel like I can just vibe here when I'm sad. Yeah, welcome to me. I've been thought of as the therapist friend a couple times. It is a great attack animation. I'm glad I have a good community, and I think that it's great that I see myself reflect in my own community a lot. Because that means I've kept it kind of like... I managed to keep it, like, safe. Because, like, if there's a lot of people that like, kind of act a lot like me, I don't know if that's a good thing, but it's not a bad thing. Because if they act like me, that means that they can handle things fine without being straight up terrible. For the most part, there are some people that get through the cracks, but I typically get rid of them. I like having a safe community that I'm close with. I don't see the point in having a community if you don't like take part in your own community. I don't see the reason why you would do that. I don't like a lot of stuff. Yeah, and other people don't like a lot of stuff too. That's why you shouldn't care about what people like or dislike. But I respect you. Are you saying you don't like me, but you respect me? Because that's a weird thing to say. Get through the cracks, Ayo? No, it's a phrasal term. It's a term phrase. Phrase? It's a phrase that I've heard many times. I don't get why you're saying Ayo to that. No, I didn't think so. I was just kidding. Taking words way too literally and stuff. It's called a bit. I'm not as funny right now. It's crazy how much energy I lost in just this last 30 minutes. Saying I have a lot of gripes with some other stuff. Yeah, I understand. Epilepsy warning, by the way. Dude, my eyes are kind of hurting. I've been looking at screens way too long today. Consistently? Well, yeah. It's not like I play a character like a lot of other streamers do. I just am me. Sometimes I have high energy, sometimes I have low energy. That's the closest thing you'll get to different characters from me. Let's go gambling. You're not the craziest, most flashy person, and I don't want to be. I don't want to be known for somebody that I'm not. I'm really not that flashy. You're kind and genuine? I don't know about kind. Ever seen The Amazing Digital Circus? I'm kind of like Jax.
No smear, no smudge. My name is Tetero McMillan, and my pen.
I got Mirror Shirt from Uberfest. Nice. I've gotten nothing.
Prepare your home for back to school and back to work with fall deals at the Living Spaces Labor Day event.
You're kinder than you think?
Sofas starting at $295.
Nah.
Lying down with queen
Some of
beds
my
starting
jokes
at
are
$150.
insensitive.
And impressed
You ain't
with
Jax,
dining
Double
sets
Dog. I
starting at
love Jax. What do you?
We even offer
I don't know.
incentive
I love him.
sets for less. Plus, pay no interest for 24 months on select
I know I'm not
purchases
as
with good credit and enjoy
piece of a.
free shipping
I'm not
as
as
soon
big
as
of a
next
piece
day.
of shit like he
Discover
is,
new
but
styles for the season and
just
shop
get
Labor
Dazzly
Day
to gamble.
events
Oh,
at
so
Living
true.
Spaces.
Jax is way more toxic. Yeah, I'm aware. He's a good character, but not a good person. Yeah. I think I started really liking him, like out of relatability, more so than like just liking him as a character. Whenever they were stargazing, and he, I think his line was like, "Yeah, no, you're right." When it, like, I think it was literally exactly that. Yeah, no, you're right. Whenever somebody was like, "I didn't know you cared about other people or whatever." That's I really like that scene. You're very non-toxic. Well, I'm not toxic, no. Jax isn't really toxic. He's just kind of abusive of the fact that he's in a cartoon world. If I was locked in a cartoon world for years on end and I was stuck with people like Gangle and all that, I would probably wind up like Jax. And I'm not saying that's a good thing. I'm just saying that, like, in a world where you're a literal cartoon character and you've been stuck in that world for years, like, because it's confirmed, right? Like, he's in there, they've all been in there for years. If I was stuck in that place for years, I would probably, like, start developing different, like, versions of humor. And, like, if somebody like Gangle was taking the world so seriously, I would probably make fun of them too, you know? Like, I would probably do the same. Respectable and genuine just seemed like a decent ass person. Yeah, I think maybe I just look at Jax in a different light because I can relate to him so much. So a lot of people like hate him and see him as a bad guy. Meanwhile, I see him as just real. I see him as real, you know? Because, like, if I was in that situation, I would be a lot like him. You're not super crazy. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Not crazy. I don't think I'm crazy, but, like, I don't think I'm, like, some sort of perfect idol to look up to, you know? People hate on Jax? Yes. Like, people think he's just straight up an ass. Like, I mean, I understand he's not necessarily a good guy, but, like, you know, I relate more with Regatta. Who the oh, Ragatha. Yeah, that's fitting. I see that. There's a lot of fun headcanons running around Jax. Yeah, by the way, I think ads are playing. I'm sorry. I think ads are either playing now or about to play. I'm just gonna stay on the menu screen now. I don't feel like playing anymore. I just feel like talking. I do love Jax though. And I relate to him so much is because I could see myself turning down that path of, like, if I were to be put into a fictional world where nothing really mattered, I could see myself becoming a lot like him. Jax needs to accept everyone else as his friend. I don't know about that. Like, it's kind of just in his character to bully everybody. Like, he bullied Pomni, she just got over it, and she dealt with it and, like, became his friend. And Jax is clearly considerate because he doesn't really make fun of Kinger at all. It's literally just, like, him like him and Zubul have a good relationship, right? Like I could see myself having that kind of like bantering relationship where we kind of just like are bitches to each other. Like Zubul's not nice to Jax either. Like it's kind of a two-way thing for them. Meanwhile, he kind of just bullies Ragatha because she takes it, and Gangle because Gangle doesn't defend herself. So like the reason why Jax and Pomni fit so well together is because Pomni doesn't really fight him. You know, like she doesn't like she's not sensitive to him. From the 2 episodes I've seen, I don't think he's a bad person, not gonna lie. He just seems like those cocky characters. Well, he straight up like pushes Gangle to the ground, but I thought that was a funny scene, so I excuse it. Like I do feel bad for Gangle, but that's the only one I feel bad for. But then in the stargazing scene, Jax kind of like he kind of makes light on his whole Gangle situation because he's like he kind of acts like he knows he's a bitch or he's a dick to Gangle. And he feels bad for it. I think he does feel bad for the way he treats Gangle, but he's not about to show that he feels bad for it, and he's not about to change. Probably be a lot more of an asshole if I could be, but I don't want to hurt people. Yeah, exactly. So that's the situation Jax is in. Sure, I'm gonna let you finish that sentence. I do relate a lot with Jax, though. I think, like, yeah. I don't think he's the ideal guy to be, but I do think he's funny. My mic keeps turning. I need to tighten it. How do you know who you should be? Doesn't matter who you should be. Matters who you are. What's your... what's the user rank? Sorry. I thought you were asking what's your something. It is... Sorry, let me find the button. 7593. But what if who you are isn't good? Change? I don't know. If you feel like you want to be if you feel like you want to be a better person, then work on it. No, you're good. I'm just saying. If you want to be a better person, make yourself better. Change won't happen unless you want it to. I want to be someone true to myself? Then go ahead. Stay true to yourself. But I'm afraid people would hate me? If somebody hates you for being yourself, then that's stupid. And they shouldn't be somebody that you associate yourself with. I'm gonna go eat my Mexican food while I don't know, maybe relax, I don't know. Life's so meaningless though, just have fun, gang. Yeah, exactly. I don't deserve to be happy. That's a bad line because it's just wrong. Everybody deserves happiness. Even bad people deserve happiness. Wishing infinite, like wishing unending dishappiness or like sadness upon somebody is the worst thing you can do to them. Everybody deserves happiness, in my opinion. Is that a good place to end the stream? I don't know. I think I am just gonna go ahead and end though. So I'm gonna wait probably another minute or something. But just heads up, I'm ending really soon. Mexican food? Yeah. I got it like 2 hours ago and I still didn't eat it yet. I need to eat it. It's a long way to go though? Then take one step at a time. I wasn't born the person I am today. It took however many years old I am. Slow and steady wins the race. You don't want to rush because then you'll fall. But yeah, hope you enjoy it. Thank you. So thank you guys for being here. YouTube, I guess if you're still listening to this, thanks for watching this long ass video. See ya, everybody. Bye bye.